Have you ever heard the phrase penny smart and pound foolish? This refers to worrying about the little things, the Starbucks that you enjoy every morning, perhaps worrying about the croissant that you just love to eat Monday morning, and then of course forgetting that you spent 10 grand on a cruise to Mexico where you drank too many margaritas and you really don't remember much of it. Unfortunately, this is the source of debt here in the wonderful United States, and this is why most people are bad with money. They think short term instead of long term. They think small instead of big. So let's face it, it's more entertaining to see luxury products. It's more entertaining to see flashy things. You know, we're silly animals. We like silver and diamonds and gold. We can't help it. And it's more enjoyable to look at that stuff than to go learn and grind and go and get it. And look, I'm the same way. I fall victim to this stuff. If you were to look at my Instagram feed, it's probably watches and cars. I'm not above this, but I recognize that this is happening and I take action. You have two choices. You can either spend less money or go out and make more. If you're firmly in the salary camp, you know how much you're going to make every month, you work for a bigger employer, well, you've got to learn to spend less. And if you're on the entrepreneurial side, you have the opportunity to go and make more, grind harder, start another business, etc. You know who you are. You know how you're going to approach this topic. We're going to start with the most painful. Number one worst money habit, trading debt for pleasure. That means going into debt for something that you consume, enjoy once, and move on and probably never think about again. Now, I'm not saying don't have fun. I'm saying don't have fun above your means because you're racking up debt on something you already consumed. What I like to say is the pleasure is short-lasting, but the debt, it lasts forever. This is that fancy vacation you took to Europe that cost 2 months of your salary. Maybe it's the bar tabs you can't afford. And don't let me catch you using a credit card at the club to pay for that bottle service. I don't think there's a worse usage of debt than bottle service. All right, fine, Nick. Maybe I won't go to Mykonos this year, but what do I do instead? You've got to learn to enjoy smaller rewards more frequently. Why? This is going to give you a lot more pleasure. Instead of cutting out the daily coffee and croissant, cut out the big trip that you can't afford. This means continue to treat yourself on a daily basis, a weekly basis. Enjoy smaller more frequently. This has the ability to make it seem like the quality of your life has actually increased. Really, it stayed the same, and you don't rack up big debt for these massive purchases like vacations and all this crazy stuff that your friends want you to do. Think about it like this. Would you rather have a year of small rewards or suffer the entire year for one big one? Of course, when I put it that way, it seems pretty obvious. Now, a quick word from Aura, who is kind enough to sponsor this video. Are you tired of receiving spam phone calls to the point that you don't pick up the phone anymore? Personally, I don't, and I end up missing important calls all the time. Data brokers are making a fortune selling your personal information to robocallers, spammers, and others that want to learn more about you, like where you live. Aura can identify data brokers exposing your personal info and submit opt-out requests on your behalf. Brokers are legally required to remove your info if you ask them to, but they can make it super hard to do. Let Aura handle it for you. You can either let people continue to exploit and profit off of your personal information, or you can go to aura.com/NicholasCrown to start your 2-week free trial. For your convenience, I also put the link below in the description of this video so you can click it and check it out. All right, back to the show. Section 2, falling victim to social spending. That means doing stuff that you don't want to do that your friends want to do. Personally, I spend lavishly on things that I like and totally avoid things that I don't. I don't really care what game is on, but I spend like crazy on front row concert tickets. And I don't let my friends dictate what I spend money on. Think about it. What events, classes, bar tabs are you picking up that you don't care about, but well, it's your friend's favorite thing to do? How about this? Are you paying for your couch potato friend who, you know, doesn't work as hard as you do, but still wants to go to the party and his slouchiness is coming out of your gas money? Time to cut him off. And finally, are you flexing on social media and you're just sort of slipping more and more into debt to look cool to people you don't know? Okay, you just got your wake-up call. So what do you do to change this? I make a list of the things I love and I only spend money on those things. Take this list, post it somewhere you could see it, put it on your fridge, put it next to your computer, and don't spend money on anything else. The hack here is you won't actually notice a decrease in your happiness because you're going to be doing more things you like and less things that you don't. Explain it to your friends. They'll get it eventually. And don't be mad when Tommy doesn't show up on your kayaking trip. The third worst money habit, following what's fashionable. We're talking clothes. We're talking cell phones. We're talking junk you don't need. There are several industries in particular that are designed to make you unsatisfied with what you've just purchased on a regular basis. These people aren't your friends. We're talking fashion clothing. We're talking the newest tech. And unfortunately, we're talking talking automobile purchases. There's probably far more, but these are the top 3 worst. These industries profit on making you feel like you need the newest, best thing. Let me tell you, this cell phone works just as great as the newest one, and I don't really care if people see that I have an old one. All right, Nick, what am I supposed to do? Wear the old basketball jersey that's been in my closet since high school? No. What I'm suggesting is that you develop a personal style. This does not change as frequently as the fashion trends. Fast fashion is costing us so much money. Whenever I'm in doubt, I revert back to a simple uniform, a black t-shirt, black jeans. You can travel all over the world in this uniform, and there's no labels. I know I look good in it, and I know it's affordable. Number 2, slow down your technology replacement. Famously, Peter Thiel, who's a billionaire, has an iPhone 8, and do you think anyone's judging him? And my final tip is spend more on a less frequent replacement. Is an $80,000 car gonna last longer than 2 $60,000 cars? People make this mistake and they give away $40,000. So sometimes a more expensive purchase that's gonna last you longer is better than 2 or 3 cheapo ones. Bonus round. There's always a bonus round. What about budgeting? My question to you is, why would you budget when you're smart? Budgeting is like a prison for stupid people who can't control how much they spend every month. I know that sounds harsh, but if you're budgeting, it means you don't have any rules or principles for how you spend money in the first place, and you're better than that. So decide on what's meaningful for you within your current means and only spend on that. You'll never need a budget again. Sorry, Dave Ramsey. Always more to learn at nicholascrown.com. Get the Entrepreneur's Field Guide, book, and course if you want to start and grow your business. Throw away the budgeting guides. Figure out what's meaningful to you. Only spend money on that stuff, and I'll see you soon.